good, YouTube? It's your boy Black Uchi. A 3 long face, skinny body, got on the gram, still working on that part. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe before we get into the video. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know how we get it, though. And share the video with your friends. And if you're watching my video, you're not a subscriber, bro. You lame, bro. I'm just being honest with you, bro. Like, you lame.
solemnly swear, from this moment forward, that I will never lose again. Until the day comes, I will never be defeated.
Okay, this is going to be like a quick video, not really a quick video, like I'm trying to get it out the way video, but this is something that I really wanted to talk about, and I really wanted to hear others' opinions on this specific matter. And I realized as the days were going by, I'm like, I'm going to fuck around and miss my opportunity to drop this video because Boruto chapter 50, believe it or not, is actually getting close to being like right around the corner. So it's getting close to, it's not quite yet about that time, but it's getting close to that time. You know what I'm saying? Real niggas can smell the fumes in the air, bro. So Boruto chapter 50, man, we left off chapter 49 with all the crazy things going down. Now, one of the things that I feel like they might implement into chapter 50, or they actually might not at all and just completely ignore it, because this can be a chapter that's solely focused on the events that go on in this separate dimension that Boruto took him and Ishiki towards, wherever Naruto and Sasuke followed them. So I feel like it's a highly possibility that the entire chapter could be just focused on this fight, similar how they did in a manner with back when Team 7 was facing off Boro for at least for 3 of the chapters, because I believe it was a 4-chapter fight, and I'm gonna say at least for 3 of the chapters, if not for 2.5 of the chapters, it was strictly just a fight. We didn't get to see anything else that was going down. The reason I don't see that being the same case in this particular matter, because all of the stakes that are on the line with this one fight, Naruto and Sasuke already have a gist and an understanding, especially my nigga Sasuke, that it's gonna be extremely difficult to take this nigga Jigen down, and it's possible that sacrifice might need to be made in order for the thing to come into fruition. But what gave me a big sigh of relief, because even, let's just be honest, I'd say let's go back 2 chapters, chapter 47, chapter 48. I'm like, bro, the next time they face off against these niggas, they're gonna die, or like, damn, they really might kill my nigga Sasuke just for plot conveniences. But now looking deeper into the situations going down, it's pretty clear that even Sasuke himself understands the situation at hand, that yes, this nigga Ishiki's overwhelming, but that doesn't mean that it's completely out of the picture that me and Sasuke can whoop this nigga's ass. It's just that it's gonna have to be like a whole fucking, a leg and an arm, whatever arm I got left, and a whole lot of fucking elbow grease to take this nigga Ishiki down. And I feel like the elbow grease is gonna be Boruto in this sense. Now, major events to go down in chapter 50. I do believe that the time skip is close. I'm not the only one. I already know for a fact I'm not the only one. Now, why do I think that? It's possible chapter 50 this might happen, because when we see this fight, there's gonna have to be some type of crazy ass ending. There's gonna have to be a winner at the end of the day with this fight. And we already understand that for the mere fact that Boruto is the MC, the main protagonist of his own story. So this isn't Naruto's story anymore. And as much as it's about to hurt me to say this, I know 100% guaranteed at the end of this fight, Boruto, for one, is going to walk out unharmed. Well, not let's say unharmed, but his body, he's going to be physically unharmed. Whether or not he's Momoshiki, that's another topic, right? But I know for a fact this nigga Boruto is going to be unharmed. Now, that leaves the 3 other people: Ishiki, Sasuke, and Naruto. Now, we see in TimeSkip, this nigga Kawaki, this nigga Boruto facing off in each other. Now, currently what's going down is they transported this nigga Ishiki somewhere in order to keep him as far away from this nigga Kawaki as possible. You see the small setups in this chapter where it's like everything isn't really setting up for this to be one of those type of fights where it was Team 7 versus Boro, like 3 chapters, 4 chapters long, maybe even 2 chapters, 1 or 2 chapters focusing just on the fight. I feel like this might even be maybe just the same amount of length as Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen Part 1, because even that fight was even shorter than the Boro fight, and even it was even shorter than the Delta fight, because it's one of these fights that is like, it's so high stakes and such a fast-paced fight. Nobody's trying to waste time and just trying to get this shit over with. With Delta, it's like, okay, we got to figure out, nigga Naruto has to figure out how not to destroy the village. At the same time, we'll figure out what the fuck is this car organization, and, you know, who are they and what the hell is going on with these niggas. Now, with Team 7 versus Boro, they had to figure out ways around his virus jutsu. They had to figure out literally ways to beat him and shit like that. And with this Naruto and Sasuke it's simple as it was before. They just know they have to simply be more powerful for this nigga. Now, with coming into the second fight, they understand not only do they have to be more powerful than this nigga, they realize that based off of scaling from their last fight, they can go into this fight just the idea of beating this nigga's face in, because it's not going to work. Now, if they have a plan, there's a possibility that they're going to be able to beat this nigga's face in and save the world. So it's a little sticky situation right now in their predicament. Now, we already understand that Sasuke brought this nigga Boruto along. It hasn't been clearly stated, but based off of their conversation, and we already know how this nigga Sasuke rocks, right? He wants this nigga Momoshiki to help them in the fight versus Ishiki, but he is completely prepared to completely shut off the fight and kill this nigga Boruto. If Momoshiki just so happens to go out of control, who knows? He may even kill Ishiki, or he may even help these niggas out deal the following blow, but then he might just continue to take over Boruto's body, or maybe the karma extraction may continue to grow at an even more rapid pace, and Sasuke realizes it in the heat of the moment. Naruto, they can't do anything about it, and Sasuke just goes yakka just for Boruto's eye, and that's how he gets the eye scar. It can be crazy. Now, I don't know exactly if that will be the case, but how it goes down. But I'm here to say for a fact. Now, it can be completely off the charts, and maybe it can go down in chapter 51. But I really do believe that the Boruto time skip is actually coming very, very close. Now, I'm not saying chapter 50 is going to jump straight into the time skip, but I do see the situations and the events that are going down right now in chapter 49. Once they are ended, it's going to have so much of an impact on Boruto's story that it can't be something that they just pick up and continue on after. It's going to be one of those things where it's like everybody in the story itself realizes the severity of the situation, whether it be that Boruto manages to walk out of the fight, Sasuke dies, Naruto gets sealed away, or maybe Ishiki dies, they find out something crazy about Ishiki or whoever. But if y'all really don't think that this fight is going to have some type of crazy ass ending to most likely people are going to be pissed off. I don't know what to tell you at this point. Now, I also can see a scenario where it's possible Ishiki can even die in this fight, but we already understand that Kawaki has this karma seal. So it's going to be some type of way that Kodachi makes his way around it, because for the most part, let's say Ishiki and Boruto have to come out of this shit alive, just based off of the mere fact we see this nigga Boruto talking to Kawaki with Ishiki's karma seal on Kawaki still, knowing that damn well this nigga Ishiki done already took it off. So it's gonna have to be Ishiki and Boruto making it out of this fight alive, unless, like I said, drawing all the way back to a small plot hole where Amado's information may have been slightly incorrect, and it could have just been a temporary disappearance with Kawaki's karma seal, because we also have to understand, even this nigga Ishiki doesn't know everything about the karma seal. Yes, he's trying to put his shit back on Kawaki again because he's aware that that shit most likely disappeared, but he was completely shocked from the fact that Kawaki started to grow a horn. He was completely shocked from the fact that both Boruto and Kawaki grew each other's karma seal powers at a rapid pace, and he was completely shocked for the amount of karma and power that this nigga Boruto was able to use from Momoshiki's karma seal in order to transport them two over into a separate dimension. So there's a little bit of ifs, ands, or buts with the karma seal, even in this nigga Ishiki's case. So it won't be completely thrown out the window like, oh shit, this nigga Kawaki, maybe he never completely lost the karma seal, or maybe there's more stronger DNA attached to it than that. Now, honestly, going in that route could be seen as a bailout. I would rather see a situation where somehow this nigga Ishiki finds a way in order to slap that karma seal right onto Kawaki again. Now, like I said, this chapter is going to give us some type of major event that's possibly going to be like leading into the time skip, where it's like it's going to be a lingering problem. Whether it is, this may be the fight that Naruto gets sealed away, and this will be the last time Boruto possibly sees his master and his father until who knows however old he turns, you know, whatever the fuck happens to Sasuke, whatever the fuck happens to Naruto in the near future, and however the fuck this nigga Kawaki gets thrown into the mix again, because we already know this niggas is under the bunker in the middle of the Hidden Leaf Village. So what the fuck goes down between now and then that leads up to everything looking the way it does? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I see a big ass training arc coming, and I was really heavy on the fact of Sasuke leaving the village with Boruto in order to train. You know, I really don't see where this is, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the fact that I can say this to y'all. Like, I don't see where this will be going, but I can see something crazy as fuck happening that's like, oh yeah, it's time to get into this time skip. Like, it's about that time, y'all. It's your boy Black Uchi out there, long face, skinny body. What are your anticipations for this next fight with Sasuke and Naruto versus Ishiki Part 2. Plus this nigga Boruto possibly getting into the mix of the fight. What are your expectations of maybe the events to go down in chapter 50? The focus of the chapter. Do you think it'll be all the fight? Do you think how long the fight will be? Maybe 2 chapter, 3 chapter fight, maybe a chapter and a half. How high do you think the stakes are right now? And do you think that the end of this fight will be definitely the determining factor? Or at least in my particular belief, that I think that this fight will be the last major fight in Boruto Part 1, basically until Boruto turns into a teenager. Let me know what y'all think. It's your boy Black Uchiha, 3 long face, skinny body. Bro, man, all these flames, I don't know if I could tame it. It's just should be a damn shame. Holla at your boy, I'ma holla at y'all. Black Uchiha out, yes sir.
Hey, can we take a trip to the sky? Show them that our limit's too high. Cocoa butter hips on the waistline. She said